What's up everybody, Gamerboy for Life here, and today we are back with our 1.20.2 Hack Client series. In today's video, we're going to be adding a few different modules into this client of ours. And I should be leaving timestamps in this video because I have a feeling this is going to be a longer video as well. Yeah, so we're not going to be adding a whole lot, we're going to be adding about 8 different modules. That way we can start filling out our click UI to make it look nicer. So let's just get started. Actually, before we even get started, we gotta go into our KeyManager class right here, because this is causing crashes. I need to add a couple things in here. So underneath public void check keys, we're gonna come here, we're gonna type if render system dot is on render thread, and then we will add a bracket, and then we need to add it down here to close it off. Press Control-Shift-F to have it auto format. So once we verify this is on a render thread, we're also going to come in here, right where I put my mouse. We're going to type key code is greater than 0, and so that way we can put 0 as our key codes, like flight. Excuse me, I had to say dinner. Sorry, I just put a 0 for the key code. That way there's no keybind for it. And last thing we need to add here, underneath this else statement, so keys pressed, we're gonna go down 3, so 1, 2, 3. Right here, we'll type in else, mc.execute. Okay. The syntax for this is gonna be a little funky, so just wait till I'm done typing this line out, and then I'll have you just pause the video to catch up. Oops, I need to add one more to close it. Right? I believe so. Let me see here. mc.execute. Actually, I don't even need to open that because I typed this in a different way. Right? No. Okay. I love playing with syntax. It's my favorite thing in this world. There we go. So there we go. Once you have this class fixed, you can just go ahead and close it out, and we can actually get started making our modules. So underneath module, I'm going to create a new package. This package is going to be called player, because this will hold all of my player mods. Right click, new class. We're going to start with the easy ones and work our way down the line. So we'll start this video off, we'll do AutoRespawn. Basically, anytime the player dies, it will automatically respawn the player. And as you know, I gotta manually import my module class. I'm actually gonna copy this line so I can take it into other mods as well. We'll add the constructor, add unimplemented methods since we don't even need it for most of these mods. Name AutoRespawn. Description automatically respawns player upon death. Category dot player and 0 for the keybind. It's going to be an easy one. We'll just do override public void on update. If this dot is toggled and mc dot the player does not equal null, we will say if mc dot player dot is dead or dying. So if it detects that we're dead or dying, we'll do mc.player.respawn. And there you go. AutoRespawn's done. So we can go into our module manager now, add this in here. So add mod new AutoRespawn. We'll import the class as usual, and I can come up here and change this to a star. That way all the player mods automatically get imported. Next is another player mod. This one's going to be AntiAFK. So once again, it extends module. We'll import our module class, add constructor, and add unimplemented methods. Only one module today. We're actually going to be using the setup options. So yeah, in the future, I probably will make these a little more advanced. It's just for now, it's just something to get our client filled out here. So description prevents player from being AFK kicked. Very simple module. Category.player code, once again, is going to be 0. Alright, so let's see here. This one's going to be pretty simple. We need to make a Boolean. So we'll do private Boolean called moving forward, and we'll set that equal to true. Go down a few just to create some space. At override public void on updates if this dot is toggled and mc dot player does not equal null. We will say if moving forward, we'll do mc.player.input.forward impulse set to 1.0f. Actually, hold on. I might do this a little different because I don't know if I like that. Actually, no. We'll use the forward impulse for now. If it acts weird, we probably will end up changing this in the future. Just for now, it should work. Anyways, we'll do else mc.player.input.forward impulse equals -1.0f. We'll come down again and do if mc.level.getGameTime. We'll do, let's say 40% game time equals 0. We will say moving forward does not, or equals not moving forward, sorry. So forward impulse, it kind of just moves the character forward a little bit. This is basically just going to have your character moving forward and backwards. That's what it should do, at least. We'll know in a little bit once we test it out. So we'll add mod new AntiAFK into our module manager. As you can see, it automatically imported because we're geniuses. Next is going to be a movement mod. So we'll come here. So new class, NoFall. This is a very popular mod, especially if you have flight enabled. I would recommend always having this one. This mod negates fall damage completely, so you don't take fall damage. Come on. Add constructor, or sorry, add unimplemented methods, delete that. NoFall. Let's say negates fall damage as the description, nice and simple. Category.movement. Again, you could put these in whatever category you want. You can set whatever description. You can call it whatever you want. I personally do not care. Alright, so we'll go down. We're going to make a private Boolean called was flying. Set it equal to true. We'll do at override public void on updates if this is toggled and mc.player does not equal null. We'll do if mc.player.fall distance is greater than 0.0f. So if it detects we're falling, we're gonna say mc.player.fall distance will set equal to 0.0f. And then we actually need to send a packet to the server or to the world, basically saying like, hey, negate the fall damage here. So we'll do mc.player.connection.send. So this is going to be a new server bound move layer packet dot EOS. Alright, so first key code is going to be mc.player.getX. Oh, come on, getX. Second one's going to be mc.player.getY. Then mc.player.getZ. And then was flying will set equal to true. So let's see why this is airing out. Oh yeah, we need to import it, and there you go. That's NoFall complete. Again, I would recommend looking into this. I am gonna take a quick moment here to say I saw a couple comments of people asking me like what the packets are. They can't find any packets. Guys, the packets are completely different between this version and 1.8.8. There's no longer like the CO3 packet player or whatever it was. Well, technically it is, but as you can see, it's a void. It's not a class. The packets in this game are completely different in this version. You can find them online. I will leave a link. If I can find like a good website, I'll leave a link in the description showing you what all the packets are. If there is no link, then, well, I lied to you and get over it. So add mod new NoFall. We'll import that. Alright, we'll add another movement mod. Again, we're always going to have a ton of movement mods just because they're easy and, well, they're kind of fun. It's going to be Jesus. This basically lets you walk on water. It's actually a really nice mod to have, especially while exploring. Oops, I forgot one of the modules as well. Anyways, let's just finish this one. So add constructor. We also need to add unimplemented methods, like so. So, you know the drill, set the name. So Jesus. Description. Allows player to walk on water. Category.movement. Again, you can set these in whatever one you want. Like, a few of these technically could go into like player mods and stuff. I'm not worried about that right now though. So at override public void on updates, we'll say if this dot is toggled and mc.player does not equal null. By the way, a majority of our mods, this is how you're going to start the onUpdate method. Just a warning. Okay, so first for this one, we need to check if the block beneath us is water. So we'll do if mc.level.getBlockState. We'll do mc.player.blockPosition. Oh, come on, I can't type. Below.get block. Why is that airing? Because I need to go out one. There we go. Get block equals blocks dot water. So yeah, it's detecting if the block beneath us is water. We'll do if mc.player.get delta movement.y. If that is greater than, or sorry, less than 0, we will say mc.player.set delta movement as mc.player.get delta movement.x, comma 0, comma mc.player.get delta movement.z. This is going to be a little bit of a complex one, so just bear with me here. We only got a couple more lines. We'll do mc.player.set POS, so set position, mc.player.get x, comma, we'll do math.lore. We'll say mc.player.get y, so get y, comma, mc.player.get z, and then we will say mc.player.set on ground to true. Okay. And I missed something here. So give me one moment. I'm just looking to see what I missed. As you know, it happens. So math.floor, mc.player.get y. Yep, I forgot a parenthesis there. And then we could delete it at the end, like so. Alright, let me take a drink real quick. Nice and refreshing. And save. Bam. So Jesus is done. We'll go back into Module Manager, Movement, and add this in. Add mod, new, Jesus. Oh, something I will let you know. Whatever order you put these in is what order they show up in your Click UI. So I always put them in alphabetical order. If you don't know, if you check your packages, these automatically put them in alphabetical order. So as long as they match up, you should be fine. Anyways, on to our last movement mod. This is going to be called AutoSprint. So once again, extends module, import module. You should know the drill by now. We gotta add constructor and then add unimplemented methods. Alright, so name, AutoSprint, description. I'm just gonna say makes the player always sprint. Category.movement and key code is gonna be 0. It's another pretty simple one, so at override public void on update. We'll say if this is toggled and mc.player does not equal null. We'll do if mc.player.input forward impulse is greater than 0 and mc, or we'll say if not, so mc.player is sprinting. So as long as we're not already sprinting, we'll do mc.player.set sprinting true. And that's AutoSprint done. So we'll add this mod in now. So new AutoSprint. Alright. So as you can see, we are missing combat, render, and miscellaneous mods. I'm going to let you know now, we're not going to be doing any render modules today. I do want to add ESPs into this, which we will end up doing in a later video, just not today. Miscellaneous, honestly, like, I don't even know what to add instead of miscellaneous. I guess at this point I'll say, if you guys have any ideas for modules, drop a comment. If you want, join my Discord. My Discord server will be in the description. Great community. I think we just hit over 100 people inside of it. So yeah, feel free to join, give some ideas. Just be nice and don't be a tool, and you won't get in trouble. Anyways, continuing on, we're going to start combat modules. I have 2 for us today. The first one we're going to be doing is called Triggerbot. Oh, I forgot to create the package, so we'll just come up here and do .combat. Since this package doesn't exist, it should just automatically create it on the left side when we click finish. Yep. So this is going to extend module. There's a reason I saved this and the next module for last. These are going to be the longest modules for today. I think Triggerbot has about 100 lines of code, and the one after has even more. So we'll just worry about this one right now. So Triggerbot, this auto attacks entities inside crosshairs. So if you don't want to go on like full kill Aurora, you could do this. Category combat, and we'll set keybind to 0. Alright, so I want this to be a little bit more organized. So I'm going to go below this one, and we're going to type all of our code in here. So we're going to create a private static final double. It's going to be called attack range, and we're going to set that to about 4.5 delta. So 4.5 blocks is roughly what the attack range is. I may be incorrect there. It's been a while since I did PvP. If you know the correct number, go ahead and just pop it in there. Anyways, at override public void on update if this dot is toggled and mc dot player does not equal null. Alrighty. So we'll do entity target equals get entity in crosshair. I'm gonna lowercase that. Just like that. Save. So I will let you know that get entity in crosshair is gonna error out because we're gonna be the ones creating that method. But for the entity, you're going to hover over and import the one that's net.minecraft.world.entity. So it's okay that that's airing out for now. We'll say if target does not equal null, and if the target is instance of living entity, we will do living entity as entity equals living entity target. And we'll say attack entity. Entity. There we go. So attack entity is also going to error out because we need to create that method. If you guys can count how many times I say entity in this video, I'll give you a cookie, alright? Anyways, we're going to go down now and start creating these methods. First one's going to be private entity get entity and I was hoping I can autofill it. I don't know why I thought that. Entity inside of crosshair. Anyways, we'll do vec3 I POS set that equal to mc.player.get I position. And here we'll just do 1.0f like so. We'll also do vec3, not vec3 look vec, and this will equal mc.player.get look angle dot scale attack range. We'll do a vec3 end vector, well, end vec equals I POS dot add look vec. Alright, so now that we created these, we can actually we have one more, sorry. We're gonna do AA DB as bounding box, set that equal to mc.player.get bounding box dot expands toward look vec dot inflate, and we'll inflate it by 1.0 box. That'll work. So this is going to create basically a box around the player. You won't see it, it's just for the math. It will automatically create a box around the player, and as long as your crosshair is in that box, it's going to attack that entity. We'll do, so now we need to actually create a list of all the entities, so we'll just do list entity, we'll just call this entities, set that equal to mc.level.get entities, mc.player, and for bounding box that can stay. By the way, in this version of Minecraft, I don't know if I said it previously, mc.level is equal to mc.theworld, basically. So, yep, after we import the list, we could do entity closest entity, we'll set equal to null for now. We'll create a double closest distance equals the attack range, so that way we're not attacking anything farther. Alright, so now we'll say for entity as entities, if entity is instance of living entity and entity does not equal mc.player, so as long as it's not detecting us, we'll do AABB, we'll do a entity box, set that equal to entity dot get bounding box dot inflate 0.3 delta, and we'll do optional like that, vec3, we'll call this hit result, why not? We'll set that equal to entity box dot clip, and here we'll do IPOS, and yeah, and vector works. Alright, so going down, we'll say if hit result dot is present, we'll do create a double called distance equal POS dot distance to hit result dot get. We'll do if distance is less than the closest distance, we'll set closest distance equal to distance, and we'll do closest entity equals entity. Alright, we'll come down here to yeah, right here, and we'll do return closest entity. That should get rid of the errors. There we go. So now we just need to create the attack entity method. This one's much less code, so we'll just come here. We'll do private void attack entity. We'll initiate living entity as entity. We'll do if mc.player.distance to the entity is greater than, or sorry, less than or equal to our attack range. We'll do mc.player.swing. Instead of here, we're going to do interaction hand.main hand. That way it actually swings your hand. And we'll do mc.gamemode.attack, mc.player, and that the player will attack the entity. There we go. Triggerbot's now complete, so we can go ahead and add that. Like I said, it wasn't exactly 100 lines of code, so I didn't lie to you. Add mod new Triggerbot. Go ahead and import Triggerbot. Maybe. Come on. Import. Change that to a star. Perfect. Now, the last module we're going to be creating today might come as a big surprise. I accidentally said it earlier on what we're actually going to be adding. And that is going to be Kill Aurora. Ooh, I always hate doing Kill Aurora on hack clients because it's typically the longest module I ever make, because there's a lot you have to like math in it, and yeah. And we're not just going to be doing any basic Kill Aurora. I could just do one that's nice and simple, but I'm not going to today. Our Kill Aurora class is going to be about 120 lines of code. We're going to be creating options for it, and I will tell you what those options are in a minute. Let's just finish setting up the constructor. Description: automatically attacks nearby entities. And if I can spell entities, oh my. Category.combat 0 for the keybind. Maybe. I keep putting negatives. Alright, so we are going to end up using the setup options method for this. That way we can actually create the checkboxes. But for now, we're not going to. What we're going to do is create the option first. So private checkbox. Make sure you import your checkbox class. This one's going to be called target players. We'll create another checkbox for targeting entities. And we'll create another checkbox called face target. So one of the options, if selected, it'll only attack other players. That's what that one is. Target entities, it'll attack entities, whether it's hostile or friendly mobs. And then the last one's face player. Or sorry, face target. So when Kill Aurora is going off, I don't know if you've seen it, where like a player, it might be facing one direction and it attacks entities all around it. Some people like that. I'm going to be creating an option, so basically it's going to detect the closest target and it's going to automatically turn your character and lock onto him. It's kind of like an extra safety feature, I would say. This is going to be a really long one, so let's just jump straight in. So first, we'll create our onUpdate method, which is going to be the easiest method today. So at override public void onUpdate, we'll say if this dot is toggled and mc dot the player does not equal null. We'll do if, or sorry, all right, we already did that. We're gonna do entity as closest entity equals get closest target. Gonna be a couple layers there. We gotta import the Minecraft world entity. Get closest target's gonna error out because we gotta actually create that. But we'll say if closest target, sorry, if closest entity does not equal null and closest entity dot is alive. We want to make sure they're alive. We'll do well, we're also going to say if base target dot is checked, we'll have it face the target, and it's going to face the closest entity. Else it's just gonna attack entity. So closest entity. It's gonna be a few errors here. As you can see, 3 errors. We need to create these 3 methods. So first method we're gonna make is private entity get closest target. Yep, that got rid of the error up here. Anyways, let's just fill it out real quick. So entity closest equals null. We'll create a double called closest distance. Set that equal to again, this is going to be the attack range. It is killer aura, so we totally could do 6.f. In the future, I'm going to add a sliding bar to this class that way you can adjust how far you want it to target. I might just do what we did with Triggerbot, but actually, I don't know. I'll set this one to just be 5 blocks even. We don't need to add a F there. We'll do for entity mc.level.entities for rendering. We'll say if entity is instance of the living entity and entity does not equal mc.player. So as long as we're not targeting ourselves, import the living entity class. We'll say if target players dot is checked and entity is instance of player. Again, the syntax for this is going to be a little weird, so just bear with me here. Okay, hold on. I spelled instance of wrong, and we need to import the Minecraft world entity player. Delete that one for now. So we'll also do that. We'll go down and we'll say about like right there, if target entities dot, maybe I can't ever spell. How did I spell this? I spelled entities wrong, that's why. Here we go. If target entities dot is checked and entity is instance of player. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the syntax corrected here. There we go. We actually need to add an exclamation point. So as long as the entity is not a player, it will continue. We'll go down and do double distance equals mc.player.distance to just that, and in here we'll put entity. We'll do if distance is less than our closest distance, we'll do closest equals entity, and we'll set the closest distance equal to distance. Apparently I don't know how to spell closest. Yeah, I spelled it wrong up here. Closest. There we go. We'll go down to about like right here, and this will just return as closest. That way the error goes away. There we go. Alright, I'm going to press Control-Shift-F. That reformats the class and makes it look pretty. Alright, so next method's going to be the face target and then attack entity. But for now, we'll just do face target. So we'll come down here. We'll make a private void called face target. We'll name this entity target. Oops, no, that's all right. There we go. So we're going to create a double called delta x, set that equal to target dot get x. And we're actually going to subtract mc.player dot get x. That way we can calculate the distance. We'll do double delta y, maybe delta y equals target dot get y, add target dot get I height, and all of this will be subtracted by mc.player dot get y plus mc.player dot get I height. There we go. We'll create another delta for z, set that equal to target.get z minus mc.player.get z. It's just calculating all the like distances basically. Alright, so we'll say double distance equals math.square root. We'll do delta x times delta x, and that will be added on to delta z plus delta z. Sorry, no, that's going to be added times. There we go. No errors, perfect. Alright, we'll create a couple floats. One's going to be for the yaw. Set that equal to, well, float math.atan2. And here we'll put delta z and delta x. This whole thing will be multiplied by, let's say, 180. Well, 180.0 divided by math.pi. That's going to be divided by pi. And then this whole thing, we're going to subtract 90 from. That should give us the proper yaw. We'll do another float for the pitch. Set this equal to float. This one's going to be, we're going to subtract. Sorry, my brain's hurting. Math.atan2, delta y, and distance. This will be multiplied by 180.0 divided by math.pi. There we go. Alright. mc.player.set y rotation. We'll set that equal to yaw. mc.player.set x rotation equal to the pitch. And there we go. So base target is now complete. As you can see, the errors went away. Now we need to do attack entity. So we'll do private void attack entity. We'll do entity target. This is going to be a simple one. We'll just say if mc.player.distance to if the distance to the target is less than or equal to whatever closest distance number you put up here. So if you put 6, you would put 6 here. I did 5, so we'll just do 5. So as long as we're within that distance, we'll do mc.gamemode.attack mc.player, and yeah, the target will stay as the target. I actually wanted to also swing the hand, so I forgot what I did in here. What was it? Yeah, so this line right there. So I'm just going to copy this over. Just like so. So mc.player.swing, interaction hand, main hand. So that gets rid of all the errors. If we wanted to, we could call it a day and just say this is finished, but we can't. We actually have to add our options now. So the checkboxes. Before, actually, no, we're going to do the setup options. Let's just get that done with. So we're going to do target layers equals new checkbox. Description. So this is actually what's going to show up. So we'll say target players toggled. You could basically say, so when you enable Kill Aurora, do you want this option to be toggled by default? I'm going to say yes. Key codes are going to be zeros. We're not setting a key code for the options. Anyways, so we'll do target entities equals new checkbox description, target entities, nice and simple. Toggled by default, it's going to be false and no key codes. Now we'll do face target equals new checkbox. Description faces, or well, I'll just say face target toggled. I'm gonna say false. You could set this to whatever you want by default. This will make the character face toward the target while it's attacking. Anyways, we can now add option target players. I'm actually going to copy this down 2 more. Replace this one with target entities. Last one will be face target. So these actually add the checkboxes, and that's just the options. So, alright, so setup options is done. Now we actually have to render the options. So we'll do @override public void render options. And here we'll initiate the GUI graphics. Our favorite class is graphics. We'll int x and we'll int y. We're going to have to import GUI graphics. By the way, if it's a simple import, if you press Control-Shift-O, it will automatically import it. That's what I've been pressing on, just a warning. So now this should, basically right here, this is adding the options into our checkbox, basically list, and render the options. This is actually what's going to render it to our Click UI. So we'll do target players.set position, x and y. We'll do target layers dot render graphics, and actually we're gonna copy these 2 lines down a couple. Instead of target players, it'll be target entities, like so. And here for y, we're gonna add 12 to it. That way the option shows up below the other option. We'll go down again and oops, no, we're not. So we'll do face target dot set position x, and then y is going to be plus, come on, y plus 24, and we'll do face target dot render graphics. So that way they actually get rendered. Now the last thing we have to do is handle the mouse clicks. So we will do another @override public, not void. It's going to be a boolean called mouse clicked, double mouse x, double mouse y, and end button. We'll do if target layers dot mouse clicked. So yeah, all that's fine. And we'll do return true. Return true. We're gonna take this down, paste it. Instead of target players, it'll be target entities, like so. We'll go down. Oops, I need to add that. Go down again, paste. This will be face target dot mouse click equals true. Make sure you add that, and then we'll just say it returns false if not. Okay. So that is the Killer Aurora class. I know this was a lot of code. Honestly, this is a very simple Killer Aurora class. It could be way more complicated than this. Anyways, next step is to put this in the module manager and then we'll load up Minecraft and test our mods. So give me 1 second to take a drink. Nice and refreshing. Make sure you stay hydrated out there. We can close out of these, module manager, add mod new Kill Aurora. And now we'll launch Minecraft, and I'll be right back once the game launches. Alrighty, and we are back. I figured out what the issues we were having are. So, first things, to fix the crash, instead of Kill Aurora, in this constructor, I forgot to add setup options. This basically right when the Killer Aurora class gets called, it's going to immediately pull this stuff. That way it starts rendering the options. That fixes the crash. Something I did mess up though, when we did our Click UI, instead of checkbox, I messed up in here. So I just commented this out for now because all of this basically needs to go. And we're going to redo it right now. So instead of the checkbox class under render, we're gonna retype all of this. I know a couple people were having issues with this previously, so we're gonna do this again, but take our time. So first off, we're gonna draw the background and the black boxes. So we're gonna do graphics.fill x minus padding, y minus padding, x plus box width plus padding. We'll do y plus box size plus padding. Color code is going to be 0x FF4 FF4 F4 F4. So this is going to do the gray background. Graphics.fill X minus padding, Y minus padding, X plus box width plus padding, Y minus padding plus 1, and the color code's going to be 0x FF and then 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's just fix that real quick. Alright, so now we'll do graphics.fill X minus padding, Y plus box size plus padding minus 1. We'll do X plus box width plus padding, Y plus box size plus padding, and then the same color code here. I forgot to add the notes, so this is top border, bottom border. Alright, so continuing on, now the fourth one down is going to be graphics.fill. Alright, so X minus padding, Y minus padding, X minus padding plus 1, Y plus box size plus padding, color code. This will be the right border. I forgot to notate this. So note graphics.fill X plus box width plus padding minus 1, Y minus padding, X plus box width plus padding, X plus box size plus padding, and then color code. And this will be the right border. Sorry, this is the right border. The one above this is left border. Now, if you didn't end up deleting this all, just please compare what I wrote down here versus what we did originally. Because I did mess this up. I might just leave this part in the description. Because we also did forget a couple things here. So graphics.fill X, Y, X plus box size, Y plus box size, and then this will be 0x FF 4 F4 F4. This is another gray background. Sorry, this actually draws the checkbox itself. So we'll do graphics.fill X plus 1, Y plus 1, X plus box size minus 1, Y plus box size minus 1, and then we'll do checked question mark 0x FF 00 FF 00 colon 0x then 8 Fs, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and then we actually need to draw the label. So I completely messed up and I rushed through this. So for this we'll do graphics.drawString. For this it's going to be Minecraft.getInstance.font. We'll do label. The padding is going to be X plus box size plus 5. Label width will be Y plus 1. Box width 0x 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Alright. So now if we launch Minecraft, this should all be fixed now. Again, I am sorry about that. I probably will leave this just as like a text file or something in the doc. Or not a text file, but I'll leave it as like an online note for you guys to be able to just copy this over. Because I did mess up there. Alright. So now that we're launching Minecraft, let's take a look here. Yeah, that took me a while to troubleshoot because I was like, I thought we typed everything correctly. Anyways, right shift. If we right click Kill Aurora, there we go. The only thing, so all the options are working. It's letting us click everything now. So one thing I don't like, for some reason the background's not fully rendering in here. So let's take a look. So this will be the black box, draw background and box. So the gray background, I'm making sure I type this color code in correctly. I forgot an F at the end. There we go. So now it's all rendering in properly. It's not the end of the world. If you want, you can go through and change a couple of the variables. I mean, honestly, this isn't too big of a deal for me for now because it's working. I just want to kind of move on here. So let's go ahead and test this out. I'm going to toggle Kill Aurora. Let me go into game mode creative. Just get like a cow or something to test this out with. Alright, so now if I spawn the cow, as you can see, it's not attacking. If I do attack entities, as you can see, it's swinging the arm and attacking the entity. If I back away, right click, face target, it should. I'm not doing anything, I'm doing it all by itself. That's Kill Aurora. So now we'll try Triggerbot. So now if you just look in his general area, it should just start attacking, which I think you already can see. I'm not doing my mouse right now. Triggerbot I do kind of like more than Kill Aurora. You're less likely to get banned with it. So movement, auto sprint. If I just press W, as you can see, it just automatically sprints. We do auto walk. As you can see, it's just automatically moving forward. Since I have auto sprint turned on, it's running as well. We all know flight works. Let me go back into survival real quick. If I do NoFall, if we just fly really high up, I stop flying, we don't take fall damage. So there we go, those two are working. Let's try Jesus now. Actually, let me fly around so I can find some water real quick. Right over here. So now, oops, I forgot. Whoops, I forgot about that. I didn't enable NoFall. See? Should just keep that enabled. Alright, let's go over real quick. I'm just gonna fall down. And what I'll do, I'll turn off flight. And as you can see, we're walking on water and I'm in survival. I believe that's... Nope. I forgot we still have a couple more to do. Alright. So I'll just run over here real quick. We'll do AntiAFK. Yeah, I had a feeling that wasn't going to work because of the way we did it. So I'm going to create a note here saying fix AntiAFK. I'll probably do that in the next video because this video is already about to be really long. Let's try out AutoRespawn. So if I go to movement, turn that off, just fly up really high. That's not high enough to kill me. Yep, so we'll fly up very, very high. And the moment we die, it auto-respawns the character. Perfect. Well, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Sorry about that end bit. That was a little struggling. Like I said, I'll leave the right code in the description. That way you guys can fix the checkbox options. If you guys want to see some more modules, please comment down below what modules you would like me to try out. I am going to warn you, the next video is already planned out, but the video after that right now, depending on if I get a lot of module recommendations, I'll do more modules, but as of right now, I do kind of want to create like a tab GUI. That way, we don't always have to go into the click GUI. If you guys remember the tab GUI that we created up here, you control it with like your arrow keys. I think that would be pretty cool. But other than that, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe. I'm on my road. I want to hit 2,000 subs soon. I'm almost at 1,500. I believe we could do it by the end of the year. But yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out.